Hi guys, it's fakearoha here, and today I'm doing a video on my full K-pop collection. It's taking me a couple days to film and edit all this out because I have a lot of albums, and the best way of going about this was doing it in pieces instead of like doing it all together, because honestly, I would have gotten tired. I would have gotten so exhausted doing all that at once. So, yeah, you'll see clips of me doing certain sections of my collection during different times. I did my best to film at the same time and film with the same background and with the same lighting and all that. So, it won't look too jarring, hopefully. Um and yeah, this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I just never really got motivated enough to do it. But today's the day, or last week was the day, or the time to do it. So I hope you enjoy. Disclaimer, this is not to brag about anything or brag about my collection or to say that I'm rich, because I am not at all. I am not rich at all. I've been collecting for 4 years now, so this didn't come over, this didn't like appear overnight either. I work at a retail store, so I work for my albums basically. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and if it's really long, I hope you get like a snack or something just to like, satiate yourself through this whole mess of a video. But I'll see you guys later, and I hope you enjoy. I have After School's first full Korean album, Virgin. And their second full Japanese album, Dress to Kill, which is an underrated album. People don't talk about it enough. And then for subunits, I have Orange Caramel. So I have their Lipstick album. Their Catalina single. And My Copycat. And for AOA, I have their fourth single, Red Motion. Their fifth single, Miniskirt. Their first first mini album, Short Hair. Their second mini album, Like a Cat. Their third mini, Heart Attack. Their fourth mini, Good Luck, the week version. And the weekend version. Their first full album, Angel's Knock. This is the Excuse Me version. And the Bing Bing version. Their fifth mini album, Bingle Bangle. This is the red version. I don't remember the names of them, unfortunately, but I have this signed by OT6. And then the other version of that. And for Japanese stuff, I only have CD plates of my bias. So for Like a Cat, I have Hyejong CD, Heart Attack, their first full Japanese album, Ace of Angels, Give Me the Love, Good Luck, and their second full Japanese album, Runway. And for Apink, I have quite a few albums because they're one of my top groups. So I have their debut, 7 Springs of Apink. And then we jump all the way to Pink Blossom. Pink Love. Pink Memory, the white version. Pink Revolution. Their special album, Dear. Pink Up, the blue version. Their special single, Miracle. This is the beige version. One in 6. This is the red version, and it has Chodong CD. The black version also has Chodong CD. For percents, I have the red version and the white version. And that's it for Korean releases. For Japanese, I have quite a bit. So I have No 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 with Chodong CD plate. Mr. Chu. Love. Brand New Days. Summertime. I have the limited A version of Summertime as well, and it comes with Chodong standee. Moto Go Go Normal. Moto Go Go Limited D version, or the fan club version, whatever you like to call it. And then I also have her standee from the limited A for this. And then Orion. And then for full Japanese albums, I have Pink Doll, which is their second, I believe. And then I think this is limited A of Pink Stories. And then I also have that came with her, with Chodong's keychain. Nothing on the back. And then I have 2 albums for April. So I have their 5th mini album, The Blue. And their 6th mini, The Ruby. And for Astro, I have their first mini, Spring Up. Second mini, Summer Vibes. Third mini, Autumn Story, the red version. And the orange version. And And then their first special single, Winter Dream. Their fourth mini, Dream Part 1. This is the day version. And the night version. And then for Dream Part 2, which is their fifth mini, I have the Wish version, the Wind version, and then I have 2 copies of the limited. So this one is the group version, and then I also have the one with Jinjin's first page. I don't have proper sleeves for them, that's why they're in the bag. And then I also have the special Kino. And then I have their special mini Rise Up with Jinjin's cover. And then I also have a signed version from M-Wave. And then for their first full album, All White, I have 2 copies of the green version and 2 copies of the white version. And this one is also signed from M-Wave. And then for the Japanese stuff, I have their first mini album, Venus. So this is the normal. Limited A with the DVD. Limited B with the photo book. And then Jinjin's version. Now for my B albums, so we'll start with BAP. I have their second full album, Noir, with Young Jay's cover. And then their 6th single, Rose. And then for Blackpink, I have their Square Up mini. This is the pink version. And then their second mini, Kill This Love. Also the pink version. And their first full Japanese album, In Your Area. This is Rosé's version. And for Boa, I have her Kiss My Lips album, which is her 8th album. Her first mini, One Shot, Two Shot. And her 9th full album, Woman. Next is Bomb, so I have her first single, Spring. And the repackage of that, which is 444. And then last for my B groups is Brown Eyed Girls. So I have their 3rd full album, Sound G. This is the one with Abracadabra as the title track. Their 4th full album, Sixth Sense. And then the special edition repackage of that. This one has Cleansing Cream as the title track. And their 5th mini, Black Box. This is the Taiwan press. And then their latest release, which is Basic. 4C, we're starting with Cherry Bullet. So I have their first single, Let's Play Cherry Bullet. Then we get to Chungha. So I have her first mini, Hands on Me. And I also have that signed. Also from M-Wave. And then we have her second mini, Offset. So this is the off version. And the set version. Her third mini, Blooming Blue. Technically it's her second single album, but technically it's her first like physical release, but it's her second single, but whatever. So this is her 12, and this is the one with Gotta Go on it. And then her fourth mini, Flourishing. And then we get to CLC. So for CLC I have Crystal, which I believe is their fifth mini. And then I also have Threesome, which is their sixth. Their seventh mini, Black Dress. And their eighth mini, number one, or no one. And for Japanese stuff, I have Limited A of High Heels. And I have Chimisma, which is the Pony Canyon version, I think. We start with Day6. So I have their second mini, Daydream. And their first full album, Sunrise. We have Daya's Neutral. Donghan's first mini, Sunrise, the red version. And then his third mini, D-Hours AM 703. And I think this is the Twilight version. And then we get into Dreamcatcher, which is the majority of my D albums. So we start with their first single, Nightmare. Second single, Fall Asleep in the Mirror. First mini album, Prequel. This is the before version. It's also Korean press. And the after version, also Korean press. And then their second mini, Escape the Era. This is the out version. And the in version. Their third mini, Alone in the City. I have the color version, I think it's called. And the shade version. And their fourth mini album, End of Nightmare. I have the Stability and Instability version. And then for their special mini album, Rate of Dream, I have the normal and the limited. For E, I have Elris with their second mini Color Crash. Their third mini Summer Dream. And then a signed promo copy of Summer Dream. Then we get into Unji, so I have her first mini album. This is the green cover. And then her second mini Space. Then we get into Everglow, so I have the first single Arrival of Everglow. And I have EU's plate for this one. Yes, we have Mia's CD and then Unda's postcard. And then for their second single, Hush, I have Unda's cover, Mia's cover, and then a signed copy with Unda's cover again. Then we get into EXID. So I have their second mini, Ah Yeah. This is Taiwan Press. Their first full album, Street. Their third mini album, Eclipse. And this one has Jungwoo's plate. And then I also have a signed OT4 promo, and this has Hani's plate in it. And then their fourth mini, Full Moon. Their Lady single. Their I Love You single. And then their We mini album. Then my next group for E is EXO. So I have their Love Me Right album, the Korean version. And then I have Suo's Sing For You cover. This is also the Korean version. For F, I have Favorite. So I have their first mini, My Favorite. Their second mini, Love Loves to Love Love. And their third mini, Loca. And then we get into FM 2018. So this was a collab between Fantagio artists and other artists outside the label and other artists within the label as well. So I have 2 copies of that, and then we get into Fromis 9. So I have their first mini, 2 Hearts. This is the teal version, and I have G1 on the cover because she is my bias. And then their second mini, Today. This is the red one. And the pink one. And then I have their first single from 9. This is the one with Love Bomb on it. And I have their latest release, which is it the third? From 9 was their third mini, I guess. Okay, so I have their first single, Fun Factory. This is the fun version. It's really big, as you can tell. And I also have the factory version. And then I also have a signed OT9 version of the fun version. And then for my last group, it's FX. So I have their first mini Nuevia, their first full album Hot Summer, their second mini Electric Shock, their second full album Pink Tape, third full album Red Light, this is the Sleepy Cats version, and the Wildcats version. And for their last release, I have Four Walls. This is the orange version with Loona's back cover. I have their Four Walls Cowboy Japanese single. For my G albums, I have G Friend's fourth mini album, The Awakening. This is the military version. And then I have Good Day's first mini album, All Day Good Day. I have Gugudan's second mini album, Narcissus. Their second single, Kate Sith. And then Gugudan Semina, their first single Semina, or Semina. And then finally we have GWSN, so I have Park in the Night Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. For age, I only have one artist, and that's Hyuna. So I have her A Talk mini album, which I think is her third, yeah. And her fourth mini album, A Plus. And then I have her sixth mini, Following, which is this huge thing. And it has such a pretty photo book. And then for I have Idol, so I have their I Am mini album, which is the first one. And then I have I Made, which is their second. And then I have a signed copy from M-Wave. And continuing with I have Infinite's Paradise, IOI, so I have their What a Man single, and their second mini, Miss Me. And then we get into J. I have two artists for J. I have Jessica. This is her second mini, Wonderland. And then I have Jonghyun. So I have his first mini, Base. This is the green version. I have his EP1. His first full album, She Is. And his second full album, Poet Artist. And then for the last part of the section, which is K, I have two artists for K. I have Cards, so this is their first mini, Ola Ola. their second mini, You and Me. And their third mini, Ride on the Wind. And then the last artist I have is Kiss 'Em. So I have her second mini, Music. And her third mini, The Sun, the Moon. For L, I have Ladies Code. So I have their mystery single. And their Stranger album. And then we get into Loona, which is like the bulk of the L collection here. So we start with Wjsn, Hyunjin, Hasul, who is my bias by the way, Yojin, and Vivi for 1/3 in Yojin. And then for Odd Eye, I have Kimlip, this is her B version. Jinsol and Chori. And then for YY by Y, I have Eve's version B, Chu, Go On, and Olivia's. And then for subunits, I have at least one album from all of the subunits. I have multiple for 1/3 because they are my favorite. So we start off with 1/3. This is their Love and Live Normal. Their Love and Evil Normal, which is the repack of their first mini. And then I also have Love and Evil Limited. I have Maxi Match Normal. YY by Y Beauty and the Beat Limited. And then we get into full group stuff. So for Loona, I have Plus Plus Normal. Plus Plus Normal A, and this is Plus Plus Normal B. And then we get into XX, so I have Normal A for that. And Normal B. And then there's one more artist in this list, which is Loona from FX. So I have her Free Somebody mini album. M, I have Miss A. This is their first full album, A Class. And then I have their fourth project, Touch. Their second full album, Hush. And their last album, Colors. And then I also have Monsta X. So for Monsta X, I have Rush, Secret Version. Clan Part 1, this is the Found version. And then the Code, which is the Code, the Decode version of that. And then we also get into N, which is NCT. So For 127, I have their debut, #127. Their third mini album, Cherry Bomb. Their first Japanese mini album, Chain. This is Yuta's cover. Their first full album, Regular Irregular. This is the irregular version. The repackage of that, which is Regulate, and this has Jungwoo's cover on the front. And their first full Japanese album, Awaken. This is, of course, Jungwoo's version. And then their latest release, which is their fourth mini album, We Are Superhuman. This is the Korean version. And then I also have the Kino. And then we get into NCT Dream. So I have their first single, The First. Their first mini album, We Young. Their second mini album, We Go Up. And their third mini album, We Boom. This is the Boom version. I have their We Boom Kino. And then for Wavy, I have their first mini Takeoff. And then for full group stuff, I have NCT 2018 Empathy. This is the Dream version. For O, I have Oh My Girl, so this is their first mini album. Their third mini, Pink Ocean. Their third mini repackaged, Windy Day. Their summer special album. Coloring book. Secret Garden. Their Banhana album, which is still really cute packaging. Their Remember Me album, this is the pink version. And then their first full album, The Fifth Season, this is the drawing version, which is also a really cute cover. And then we have their first album repackage, Bungee. And then for P, I only have Pristin, so I have their first mini High Pristin, which is, this is the Elastin version. Their second mini School Out, this is the Out version. And then for Pristin V, I have Rena's cover, who was my second bias in Pristin. And then I also have an OT5 signed promo, and it's the group cover. So this is my R collection, and the only group I have is Red Velvet. And as you guys know, they are my alt group, and I have a lot of things for them. So this is definitely one of my biggest collections overall. So let's start. So I have their first mini ice cream cake. This is the ice cream cake version. And the automatic version, which this album was the first album I ever bought. So it's really important to me. in that way. And their first full album, The Red. This is the blue version. Their second mini album, The Velvet. Their third mini, Russian Roulette. And then for Rookie, I have 4 out of 5 covers. So I have Irene's, Sylvie, Joy, and Yeti. Their first special summer album, Red Summer. Their second full album, The Perfect Velvet. Their second album repackaged, The Perfect Red Velvet. The normal version of Summer Magic. And then I have all 5 limited versions for that as well. So I have Irene, Sylvie, Wendy, Joy, and Yeti. And then also for the Perfect Red Velvet, I have the Kino for that. I have RBB, this is the international version. And the Korean version. The only difference is that the international has a poster and no ad, so not much of a difference. And then we get into the Reve Festival series. So for day 1, I have the normal. And then again, I have all the member versions. So here's Irene, Sylvie, Wendy, Joy, and Yeti. And then I also have the Kino for that. And then for day 2, I have the normal as well. Then I have Irene's travel case. Sylvie's travel case. Wendy's travel case. Joy's travel case. And Yeti's travel case. And then I also have the Kino for that as well. For Japanese releases, I have their first Japanese mini cookie jar, this is the CD only. And I also have the limited version. And for Sappy, which is their second mini, I have the CD DVD version. And the limited version. For S, I have Secret Summer. This is the blue version. Sohyun's first solo, Don't Say No. 17's 17 Carat, SHINee's Everybody mini album, their Married to the Music full album, repackaged from Odd, their One of One album, and their Story of Light repackaged album. Then we get into SNSD, aka Sonyoshide or Girls' Generation. So I have their first album repackaged, Baby Baby. This is the cover with Hyoyeon, Yuri, Jessica, and Suyoung. Their second album repackaged, Run Double Run. Their third album, The Boys, which is the Korean version, obviously. The repackage of that, which is Mr. Taxi. And their fourth album, The Boys. I have 3 versions of this. So I have the group version, Sohyun's version, who is my bias in Sonyoshide, and Yuri, who is my second bias. And then their 6th full album, Holiday Night. This is the night version. And then for Japanese stuff, I have the repackage of their Japanese album, The Boys. Their second full Japanese album, Girls in Peace. And their third full album, Love and Peace. And for subunits, I have OGG's Kino single. For Sunmi, I have her Gashina single. Her second mini album, Morning. Super M's first mini album. This is the United version. Taeyong's version. And Taemin's version. Susie's first mini album, Yes No. And her second mini album, Faces of Love. For T, I have Taemin's second full album repackage, Moving. Taeyeon's I. Taeyeon Y. Her first album repackaged, My Voice Deluxe Edition. This is the Blossom version. Her third mini, Something New. Tiffany's first mini album, I Just Wanna Dance. Her second mini album, Lips on Lips. TTS's first mini album, Twinkle. and their second mini album, Holler. And Twice's Story Begins. This is the Thailand version. Their third mini, Twice Coaster Lane 1, and this has Chaeyoung's plate. The repackage of that, which is Lane 2. Their fourth mini album, Signal. This is the B version, and it also comes with Chaeyoung's CD plate. And then I also have Jihyo's CD. And their first full album repackaged, Merry and Happy. This is the Merry version, and you guessed it, it comes with Chaeyoung's plate. I used to really collect Chaeyoung stuff, but Twice came with so much stuff, I just have been really overwhelmed. So yeah, there's albums up to a certain point here, and then I have her Twice-tagram CD plate. This is not the repackaged, but the first album, yeah. And then their fifth mini, What Is Love? This is the A version, and of course, comes with Chaeyoung CD. And the C version of Summer Nights, which comes with Chaeyoung CD. For V, I have Vixx's Zelos single. For W, I have Wikiniki, so I have their first mini album, Mimi. This is the A version, and it comes with Rina's poster. And I also have the limited V version. And then this one comes with Youjung's poster. I have their second mini album, Lucky. This is the Wiki version. The Miki version. And the Lucky version. I have their Kiss Kick single. This is the Kiss version. And the Kicks version. I have Lock and Law. This is the Lock version. And the LOL version. And then I have a signed OT8 album from M-Wave. And I have the repackage, Weekend Law. And then we get into Wjsn. So I have their debut, Would You Like? Which is their first mini. Their second mini album, The Secret. Their fourth mini album, Dream Your Dream. This is the silver version. Their fifth mini album, Would You Please? This is the yellow version. There's also a name in it in Greek that I don't know how to pronounce. Their sixth mini album, Would You Stay? This is the version 2 version. And then their summer special album For the Summer. This is the green version. I think my Wjsn collection is probably my most colorful one because there's such a variety of colors. And I have the second album, Wonderworld. This is the limited edition of that. It has a pop-up of OT5 in it. I have their third full album, Reboot. And their Why So Lonely single. This is Yeon's cover because she is my bias in Wonder Girls. And for Y, I have Yuri. This is her first mini album, the first scene. And then lastly, I have 4 Minute. So I have 3 albums for them. I have their third mini album, Volume Up. Their 6th mini album, Crazy. And then their 7th mini, Act 7.